Hey, what's up? We're going to do a VoD review today. You guys want to? So this viewer submitted two different games. They submitted their best game and their worst game. I've heard talk, and there's like people say, what is the best game to review? Like a good game or a bad game, right? And your best game is probably going to be one of the better ones to review because that's how you think that you're playing at like your best level. Hypothetically, right? If somebody submits their best game, they think that that was like when they played the best, so there'd be less mistakes. But that way, we can narrow down the focus onto the things that they don't notice throughout their games. Whereas if we review like their worst game, it's like a lot of the times we're gonna say, "Hey, you made a mistake here," but you probably know it was a mistake, right? So we're gonna take a look at their best game here and getting into it right away. It looks like he's hovering his wall towards the right side of A. I'm not sure if that's a common wall that he does or if that's the wall that he's going to end up doing here today. Let's see what quality we can get. 720 is the highest that we'll go. That's okay. So Sova shoots this recon. I would probably shoot this rather than letting it get the 3 pings off because you don't know how close targets can be right now. And it doesn't really deny them any info. So like if I'm Sova and I recon this, I don't spot anything. My immediate assumption on defense is going to be, hey, they're probably going B. A is a very common strat on pistol round. If I don't see anything A, they just like decided to wait out my recon. They didn't even shoot it. My big assumption is they're all going B, and coincidentally, your entire team is going B right now. So you probably should shoot that recon, at least so these players don't rotate immediately. But lurking up a little bit here, you guys did win first round. So generally, if you actually win the first round, first of all, you're going to want to buy up. This is something I didn't comment on right at the start. It looks like you went Ghost, which like isn't really what I would recommend, especially like Ghost light armor, unless maybe you're like a jet saving for an operator or something. Like, what is your econ situation? You have 3,500. Everyone has 30. Like, yeah, you have so much money right now. There's not really any reason for you to be saving a Ghost or anything, because if you win the first round, you want to keep that momentum. I think somebody else did. So it's a little dangerous. You do go a little bit wide here, and this swing is kind of terrible, I think. Yeah, so notice how you just slow walk out here. You really don't want to be slow walking when you peek something. Make sure that like when you peek it, you release your shift key and you actually like go for the swing if you want to swing this, because you go very wide here. You walk out very wide. Notice how you're slow walking and you don't really recognize that the turret's even here, and you even swing wider, right? So if you're going to go for like a peek here, first of all, I wouldn't even recommend wide swinging, but I would like jiggle this real fast, and you need to clear these angles. You need to clear these ones. There's one right here. It's going to be one on top, and then you're going to swing wide here if you want to. But absolutely don't just walk out like this. This is going to get you killed. So just remember, like when you're clearing, you need to clear your angles if you want to play safe here. Notice how you're not doing anything in this round, by the way. So like a way to explain this would be like, think about it this way. So if you say like I don't know why I'm typing this or writing this out, but I'm inconsistent. Why are you inconsistent right now in this game, right? Why would that be a factor? Well, you're literally not doing anything. You're watching flank. You have a wall on A that's absolutely useless. There are 4 players here. There's only 5 alive, so you could locate the 5th one probably somewhere around here. They're either here, or they're right here, or they're with their team, right? You're literally doing nothing. So this entire round relies on your team getting onto site. And like there are ways to have an impact as controllers without actually being with your team, which is why I don't hate on you for lurking or for watching flank. That's fine. But if you're going to be watching flank, at least like have a smoke in mid or have like your wall on B so that like your teammates are getting some assistance from you rather than you just kind of like sitting back here watching flank, right? That's the thing with controllers, is that you can have a lot of value while not even being with your team, but you're not with your team and you're not having value. And it's like, that's where it gets kind of rough, right? Ooh, so this is a common Viper mistake, actually. You notice how you used all of your fuel on your wall at the start, so you actually don't have any fuel over here. This is something I started to notice when I started to play Viper more, actually. Like sometimes what I'll do as Viper, a very common tactic for this, like just in pro play in general, or like higher level play, is you'll smoke mid right here, and this will block off like all this vision from right here, as we talked about earlier. It's a very good smoke, and then it also that way you can place your wall or something right here, so you don't have to like actually use your wall to lurk. But the problem is they share the same fuel, so if I'm going to be doing these smokes, what I need to do is I'll put this up for like 5-6 seconds. It'll waste like 20 fuel or something, and then I'll throw it down, and then I'll use my wall. So this way I've gotten the value kind of out of this orb already, where they actually don't know if I've crossed kitchen. They don't really like, is he under, is he close? If they have one player watching this, those are the thoughts that are going through that player's head. But now I also have my fuel for my wall. So it's just a lot of Viper is learning how to manage that fuel that you have, because that's all of your smokes right there, right? So this is what I mean. Like, it kind of sucks to like VoD review sometimes, especially with like lower ranked players, because it's like I want you to understand that like I'm not saying any of these things because like just it's like out of a gut feeling, you know. I'm saying these things because we see them time and time again, and like as you're ranking up, that will throw rounds, right? There's just not good decisions, and it sucks when you don't get punished for it because you don't really see why they're bad decisions, right? What I want to showcase here is like, hopefully you can get a glimpse of what I'm talking about. When you back up to a location like this and you like jump up here this late in the round, and like I said, I'm pretty sure you heard somebody here. So like you hear a step, you have your Viper Orb here, that you can't really play off of because it's in front of you, but also notice all of the angles you're exposed to. Right here, they can walk up on you. You actually have no idea. This is right here is what I circled right there. It's just like you're exposed to literally everything right now. You could be peaked from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, honestly, angles right here. Like, this is really risky for you right now. You could probably even be peaked from right here on top of pipes. It's like it's hard for you to play a position like this and like be okay this late in the round. Now, what I've talked about before, actually, first I want to just like show this. This is what I mean right here, is when you drop down here, there are 2 players right here, 2 of them right here, and there's 1 right here. Like, do you realize like you're literally 1 millisecond or like one full second away from just getting decimated right now? Like double swung, absolutely rolled and smoked. Yeah, like that guy absolutely should trade that out. And it sucks because you get a 3K. This is what I'm saying, right? You don't get punished for it, but like that doesn't make it a good play, you know? Spotted 1B long. Saw the drone mid. Probably, there could be 1A. I wouldn't be wasting your fuel right now, though, probably. Right, so this is a lot of util that you just invested right here. And like, you're not really getting signs that there's anything A so far. Unless you heard somebody, maybe I didn't hear anything. But like, if you see that drone mid, you see 1 peeking B long, you can pretty safely assume there might be 1 person here. I just made a face, that's funny. But like, yeah, you can pretty safely assume you're probably just dealing with a lurker on A or something at the most. Yeah, notice how you're like, literally, you haven't heard anything, but you used all of your util here. Something else I want you to keep in mind is that, like, this makes noise. You're actually making, like, a lot of noise right here. And it's like, noise is information, right? So, for example, we have 2 players right here. Let's say there is somebody lurking up on you. And they're not making any noise right now. At least I don't think so. And you're making a lot of noise. You're standing right here. You're throwing mollies. You're kind of, like, walking around a little bit sometimes. It's like, this player can do things to counteract this, right? Maybe they go up into nest and they start taking this zip line across after this molly is about to time out because they think you're going to molly it again or something. And they know that you're here, so they have their crosshair placement position right here, but yours is like, I don't know, floating around right here, right? Like, you could get picked off doing this. You're giving them a lot of info for free, you know? They didn't do anything to demand this sort of respect. Like, you throwing both your mollies, using your smoke, like, that's something that is worth keeping in mind. It's easier to simulate in like clutch situations, like 1v1s, when it's like really bad. But I don't know if we're gonna get one of those. Looks like this is the end of the round. Did they surrender? Yeah. Okay, I guess they just forfeit. Yeah, so like, I don't know, you're top fragging in this game, but it looks like you did a lot of baiting throughout the game. So basically what I would focus on is like trying on offense, going back to the Vala plant, try to use your utility to have an impact for your team despite where you are on the map, right? So this is, like I said, this is a wall that I'll do a lot. That works great. I'll throw this smoke or something. You don't even need to do these together. Sometimes you could use the wall on B. And then you could throw this smoke in mid. And now you have a lot of territory. Like I said, I don't even love having the wall on B. I know there's a drawing app on this, but I don't even love having the wall on A. The wall, it's okay, but it's like, it just feels like it's better used elsewhere, right? So that's why, like, if you did a default like this, now this B player is a bit more annoyed. Like, it's kind of hard to hold against this wall. It's not perfect, right? You can even throw it from a different angle. Hold on. So, like, erase some of this. We'll take this guy. Maybe you throw it from, like, right here instead, right? So now if you throw this wall, it's even more annoying because like this B player, like if I'm playing here, my vision is no longer this, right? Before is this, I could see everything here. Now it's cut down to this, right? So I actually don't know if anybody's crossed under or not. Like somebody can like, or if you're playing Viper, for example, you can like walk past this and you can kind of like sneak under. And I kind of have to give this up if I'm playing solo. Unless I have like an alarm bot or something. Let's say, for example, I'm like Jet instead. I kind of have to give this up because I can't really hold this wall. It's going to be very difficult for me to hold both of these locations. Because they can walk under here. They can even like get up close right here and like peek again. Like it's dangerous. So I kind of would normally fall back if I saw something like this. Maybe if I'm like really ballsy, I'd hold an angle like this. But more like, I don't know, if I'm opping or something, I'll like fall back here and there's like a cool angle that you can hold like the top or something. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that you could like react to this. But most of the time the reaction to like a wall like this is like, I don't want to hold that. And then you have your smoke in mid. So like as we mentioned earlier, this player needs to be a lot more cautious. They need to be like, are they lurking under? Are they lurking through tube? Are they lurking mid? This is a great way, like a great setup to just get a ton of value pretty much no matter where you are on the map. And that's why I like playing Viper a lot on this map. But elsewhere, like elsewise, I don't know, otherwise, you can always just use your wall for your team. And then like maybe if you wanted to lurk mid, you did a setup like this, so you can still have your smoke in mid, still can watch flank, but now your team actually has smokes when they enter site. So that's how I get more value on offense. If you want to lurk, like I said, go ahead and do it, but you need to be a little bit more beneficial to your team, because although you like this feels like your best game, it didn't feel like you did anything that special. You know, it felt like you were kind of just like getting lurk picks. A lot to do with the positions that your team set you up in. You know, but yeah, hope this was helpful. And if you guys want to see more VoD reviews like this then in the future, then I don't know, leave a comment. Check out the Patreon. We'll upload this full VoD there. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.